Gracie, how you doing, girl? How's it going, everyone? It's been a long time since I've made a video. The reason behind that is because the Integra is actually down right now, and it's going to be down for quite a while. I did quit stance on that car. I've done it for about 4 years, and I've pretty much achieved everything I wanted to do on that car. Stance wise, I did part out, not completely, but a lot of stuff that was on the car before is no longer there anymore. I do plan on getting another car to stance and make videos on. Some people already know what it is, so don't spoil it. Please don't do it. You know who you are. I have no content to make, especially on the Integra, because it's looking like a junkyard car right now. I am going to show you the car in a minute, but the point of this video is to pretty much show you my welding setup. No other content to make right now, so might as well make this. Yeah, I'm gonna show you the car right now, and then we're just gonna hop into the welding setup that I have. Also, this is for sale. If anyone wants this Yonaka muffler, hit me up on my Instagram. It is for sale, so if you'd like to buy it, I can ship it to you if you don't live in Las Vegas. And if you do live in Las Vegas and you want to buy this, I can also offer welding it for you. So yeah, this is pretty much what it looks like right now. Like I said, it's a junkyard car, so yeah, pretty much the wheels are gone, the spindles are gone, the suspension components are gone, like the coilovers, the uppers, they're also gone. Some other things are gone as well, but this is basically all that's left. There's just no suspension parts besides the lowers. The lowers are still there, and the tie rods. I got rid of those because I needed the money and the car wasn't going anywhere, so it was just best for me to just partially part out the car to get some income. Alright, for those of you that don't know, I do detail cars and trucks, so if you do live in Las Vegas and you'd like to get your car detailed, interior cleaning, basic wash, to like polishing and waxing, ceramic coat, all that, so hit me up if you'd like to get your car detailed. I can do that for you. For those of you that don't know, this is basically what my work area looks like. I am currently doing a project right now. These are EK spindles, and someone wanted them done, so this is basically what currently working on right now. I recently cleaned this area up. It was an absolute mess before, so I just decided to clean it up, and that's why it looks so clean right now. Always clean your area every once in a while. You don't really want to have a dirty workspace. It's not that great to work with. For the first thing I'm going to talk about is my welding machines. This right here is a Millermatic 141 MIG welder. I use this thing primarily for extending lower control arms, making blast pipes, and stuff like that. This is basically, I would say, the most expensive thing around here. I believe this thing will last for like, forever. Unfortunately, when I did get this thing, it actually came a little bit dented, like right here. At the end of the day, it still works. For my tank on this machine, it is a 75-25 mix, argon and CO2. That's basically what almost just about everyone uses. The most common mixture for a MIG setup. Now for this machine, I use this thing for spindles right here. The reason why is because It's just a better heat output, because spindles of course are like crucial to your suspension. You never want to have those crack on you, so I prefer TIG welding. This is a AHP Alpha TIG 200X. I'm pretty sure they don't really sell these anymore. They have an updated version. I think it's called like an Alpha TIG 201 or something like that. It kind of looks the same but a little bit different. The reason why I picked this machine is because of the I just love the knobs. I love to adjust stuff using knobs instead of like a digital screen. That's just my preference, and it just looks really cool in my opinion. It is used. It is the used one. As you can see, there's a humongous dent right there, and there's a lot of scratches, but I did clean it up. It does still work very nicely. This thing does run 120 and 240 volt, and I do not have a 240 plug anywhere, so I have to run 120. I do prefer, if you do have a 240 volt plug, that's always the best option to go with instead of just 120, because you're limited on heat and amps. This thing goes up to 200 amps, and I can only run 140 on this with 120 volt. So yeah, it does suck, but it's, you know, it still works. This thing actually only runs on 120 volt. It does not have a 240 option. If you do want to start out on getting your own machines, I don't recommend getting like expensive stuff. I started out with flux core. I'm pretty sure that everyone starts out with that Chicago Electric flux core welder. It's pretty cheap and you don't need to use gas. I recommend getting a flux core welder first before you start getting into MIG welding and TIG welding. I did upgrade over time from a flux core welder to a MIG welder. It wasn't this one that was next. It was actually this one. It's a titanium MIG 170, and I got this one used from a friend. This one can run, I believe, on 120 and 240. Yeah, it says right here 120 and 240. So that is the advantage that this one has over that one. For this welder, I am using a argon only gas bottle. You're pretty much, for TIG welding, you're only supposed to use full argon or helium. For my helmet right here, I use a ESAB Sentinel A50. Onto my other things, cutoff saw right here that I use for pipes. My other stuff, I have torches over there, drills right here, and a temperature gun. I recommend, if you do want to decide to do this type of stuff, I do recommend getting a temperature gun, pretty much because you don't want to weld stuff like spindles cold. Hence why I have the torches over there. You're gonna always want to make sure that these are hot, and this will tell you how hot it is. Like for instance, if I'm about to weld this, and this will show me, let's just turn it on right now, 57 degrees. Obviously you don't want to weld it completely when it is that cold. You're always going to want to make sure that these are around 250 to 300 degrees is like the good area to weld these on. It's hot enough for the welds to stick. Here's my angle grinder, Milwaukee. I have a battery powered one and a wired one. Another thing is that is good to get is a fan. You're not gonna want to weld stuff in a garage where it has no ventilation. You kind of just have to open the garage, all the smoke and all that stuff to go out. It's gonna be better with a fan of some sort. So I have this like really huge fan, and it blows all the smoke that way into the outside, so it's not just hanging around above me and I get to smell argon all day, which is not good. All right, for the next thing is this Porter cable belt grinder, or not belt grinder, belt sander actually. I got this used. I do have myself a Ryobi bench grinder. This is mainly used for my tungstens for the TIG welder, for sharpening them, and that's basically the only purpose of it. I do recommend getting a vise just to be able to hold a certain place, and yeah, I mean that's the only point of it, is to hold stuff in place. So yeah, get a vise. Also get a square. You're gonna want to get a square. Of course, you're gonna want to get safety glasses. You do not want to do this without any sort of safety to your eyes, especially if you don't wear glasses. Of course, you're gonna want to get your own welding table. I did forget to mention that I do have a bucket of sand right here. Some people ask me why I have that. I did get advice from a guy named Stamps Shack. I'll put his at right here. Told me to get a bucket of sand because it actually helps with the cooling process of the welds, because you don't want the welds to cool off too fast. You want them at a certain temperature to cool off, and sand apparently helps with that. Yeah, that's basically kind of it. Yeah, that's really it. There's quite a lot of stuff that I am missing. Like for instance, a CNC machine. I'm missing that. I'm missing a plasma cutter machine. I'm missing an air compressor. I'm missing a metal pipe bender. These are TIG rods. This one I have just mild steel rod. This one's a mild steel rod. This one's aluminum rod. This one right here is nickel rod. And this one is stainless steel. So yeah, I have 4 different types of welding rod. The last thing that I'm going to pretty much talk about here is my tungstens. I do use 3 different types of tungstens. You don't really need to use 3 different types. I just have 3 different types because I wanted to know which one is better. This one right here is 2% lanthanated tungsten, 3/32. I have this one. This one's a laser 3/32 tungsten. Yeah, this is a serrated tungsten. These are really good for steel and aluminum and other alloys as well. Yeah, that's really about it on this video. I hope you guys learned a few things. I'm not a welding pro or an expert. I've only been doing this for like 2.5 years. I'm not like a grandpa when it comes to welding. Hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah guys, it's Emotionless. Later. So yeah guys, I am going to add a little clip of the process of me making a blast pipe. It's not gonna be like the whole thing, just a little glimpse of how it's done, how I do things around here. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy.